Hi everybody, it's Kristen.
And it's Robin. Welcome back to
50 and Fearless. We are so excited to be back with you today, and where we are and the time of year we're at, it is almost time for the holidays, and here in Texas and here in the United States, it's time for Thanksgiving next week.
Already. This year has just flown by. I can't believe it's already time for Thanksgiving. So we have some specialized things that we are thinking about with our Thanksgiving meals, and we're going to be meeting with our families. And so there are a lot of things we need to take into consideration between the two of us if we want to do things that are going to make the holiday nice and memorable for us, but also help keep us on track for our weight goals and our health goals and those kind of things.
We're in our third Thanksgiving. This will be our third Thanksgiving as a family where we're doing a low carb Thanksgiving. Some of the reasons that we're doing low carb, primarily it's for weight loss. And it's primarily my brother, my sister-in-law, and myself doing low carb. And my husband, and my kids, they all pretty much will eat the low carb foods that we're doing.
That's good. And it helps when the people around you are supportive and they're willing to eat what you need to eat as well. It makes it so much easier for you to continue to do what you need to do.
As we were planning, Robin and I were discussing our meal plans for next week, and we were talking about, are we going to have to do duplicates of everything?
Right. There's enough that goes on with Thanksgiving in particular where there's lots of cooking, there's lots of shopping, there's lots of cleaning up. There's so many things that go into it in addition to just sitting down around the table and enjoying a meal together. And so we don't want to double the work.
Exactly. I really don't like to cook, and with my vestibular condition, it's really hard for me. So it takes me a good 2 or 3 days just to prepare my side dishes and my food that I prepare for the holidays. So yeah, I definitely don't want to double the work.
Right, and I enjoy cooking when I'm doing it. I really hate grocery shopping. Thank God for curbside delivery or curbside pickup and things like that we have now. I am really bad at planning. That's a really, really big stickler for me, and just in general, really hard for me to keep to a meal plan. And so I've been thinking about and researching different recipes that I want to make for my family, but I want them to taste good for them. I don't want to just say, oh, look, here's something vegan, and you're not going to recognize any of the ingredients, and you're not going to have ever heard of this side dish before because it's from a different country and it has nothing to do with what we've ever done as a family.
We've, as I mentioned, this is our third Thanksgiving doing low carb, and our first Thanksgiving, one of the things that we prepared that you don't typically have the rest of the year was gravy, and we used xanthan gum and as opposed to flour in our gravy to make it low carb, and it tasted exactly the same and tremendous, which was awesome. But we didn't practice making the xanthan gum gravy in advance, and we were just really fingers crossed that it was going to turn out okay.
My son is going to be my guinea pig this weekend, and he does not realize it, but luckily he loves to eat, so I don't have to worry about that too much. My favorite Thanksgiving dish is green bean casserole, and I'm the one that always makes it. And I did find out that the little crunchy onions that are on the top are accidentally vegan, which is nice, but I think I may try and follow the recipe that I found that looks similar, but you make your own onions. So
that's cool.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's
it might
cool.
be more work than I'm willing to put
you
in.
can try this weekend with the onions and see if you want to do that for Thanksgiving.
Right. But again, I want familiar things for myself as well as for my family.
That's right.
We want to keep these things special for ourselves as well as them. So.
Another thing that I'm going to be making, and I have to check the oxalate level because, as I mentioned last week, I am a kidney stoner. That's what they call us. I make kidney stones, calcium oxalate ones, and I don't know if cranberries are in the higher or medium or low oxalate. I'm not sure because you don't really eat them that often, right? You really only eat them at the holidays. But so I'm going to be making low carb cranberry sauce with erythritol, Swerve, or one of the one of the, low carb alternatives for sugar.
I've heard you on your other channel, Hasta Cielo y Mas, and some of your friends who have also had bariatric surgery talk about Swerve. Is that xylitol?
It is erythritol, and I think it's erythritol and monk fruit, or it's erythritol, just erythritol. I'm not sure. I actually have kind of forgotten all of the ingredients and all of them because I really don't bake or cook that much with sweeteners. So, but I have them, and I do have xylitol, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Some of these sweeteners can give you gastric distress. I think we should kind of sum up how it went, maybe in a future video.
Yes.
Because Christmas, I don't know about your house, guys, but at our house, Christmas dinner looks just like Thanksgiving dinner. So
ham instead of turkey.
Exactly. But all the sides are all the same.
But lots more baking.
Yes.
Which I'm not experienced with any kind of vegan baking, so I will probably be practicing some things too. I'll probably practice some peanut butter cookies on my dad this week too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have some white chocolate chips, and I have I use Keto Connect a lot for recipes, and they, I can't have almond flour. Almond flour is kind of pretty off the low oxalate charts. I mean, it's very high, and I can't have it. So I last year made this delicious. And I have a video for it on my Hasta Cielo y Mas channel. It's called cream cheese filled pumpkin bread, and it's low carb, and it's so good. And a little bit of work, but it's totally worth it. A lot of ingredients, but totally worth it. It's so delicious. But it has almond flour in it. So I need to see if I can maybe do a coconut flour version of it. They aren't interchangeable.
They're not.
It doesn't really work that well. So it's going to be some effort here, but we'll see. Let's see, cranberry sauce, cauliflower mash, that's a big one. The xanthan gum gravy, just plain old turkey, and then hopefully, if I can figure it out, my cream cheese filled pumpkin roll. What about you? What are you planning?
In addition to the green bean casserole, a dressing. I'm looking at 2 different recipes. I found another one in future videos. We'll talk a little bit more about what our health concerns are. And there is a cookbook that I follow that has an amazing looking stuffing recipe that I had not seen before. And it had cranberries in it, and as well as I think mushrooms and onions and some different things. So I might try that one too. So cranberry sauce, definitely, a salad, maybe some other vegetables. And then I'm looking at doing maybe an apple pie or a pumpkin pie to see if so I can have a dessert kind of thing that I feel okay eating as well. And just try to watch the portions and that kind of thing as well. So,
well, we'd really like to hear what your plans are for Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holidays. We'd really like any suggestions you might have for us. As we're both kind of sharing, a lot of this is new for us. Even though this is my 3rd low carb holiday, it's my 1st low oxalate holiday. So a lot of changes for me.
And we're really lucky now that there's so much available for specialized diets, for different diets.
Exactly.
You can find more products in the stores. So, as opposed to 10 years ago,
absolutely,
this will be easier for us to make changes and hopefully find some things that we like, that our families like, and that will give us good results.
Yep.
So if you've got any special struggles or any specialized diets that you're having to take into consideration too, let us know in the comments. Maybe other people can comment and give you ideas as well as us. So we're looking forward to that.
And thank you so much for the support we received last week with our first video. It sure was a lot of fun to watch the comments coming in, and we just appreciate you all so much, this new community that we're creating and forming here. And please like and subscribe. Let us know you're out there in the comments, and we'll look forward to seeing y'all real soon. Have a great holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.